Thank you all. As you all know, the International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy comprises of homeopathic lovers, students, and homeopathic doctors. And this organization was formed during the time of COVID to connect between doctors among the world. And we are already more presentation from 65 countries, and doctors and eminent personalities have presented different subjects every day, and we have 3 sessions, and just we concluded our Hindi session from 7 to 8, and 8 to 9 we have our international session in English, and 9 to 10 local language session in Malayalam. And as you know, today our guest is Professor Dr. RAMABHAI AMBARAM PATEL, or Dr. R.A. Patel, and sir has completed MD in homeopathy and then MD in Ayurveda, as well as GCEH and AVVR and AR, etc. And a person who connect homeopathy with Ayurveda and its philosophy, and has presented so many sessions in this Zoom, and all the presentations were excellent. And sir was the director and former principal and hospital superintendent, former head of the Department of Surgery of Pioneer Medical Campus, Ajos Crossroad, Vadodara, Gujarat. Head of the Department of Surgery for 16 years and full-time principal.
Voice increase
full-time principal for 11 years, and sir had made presentations at Gwalior, NIH Calcutta, at Amaravati, Ahmednagar, and Jamba, and Ahmedabad, and Jhansi. Sir has presented various papers on national and international levels, including Dubai, London, Los Angeles, Paris, and Nepal. Visited Leipzig University, Germany, for the research purpose. As you know, sir has last time presented MIASM in reality first part, and that was an excellent session. We will have another session, that too, on the second part of the same. We proudly welcome our beloved guest, Dr. R.A. Patel, sir. Welcome, sir. Sir, can you adjust your camera a little more, sir? We can see only half your face. A little more, a little more, sir. Okay, okay. And now it's fine. It's fine. Now, please unmute yourself, sir. Please unmute. You are muted, sir. You are muted.
Unmuted now?
Yes, yes. It's fine, sir.
Fine.
Fine. Fine.
See, sir, last time, last time we have talked about the definitions and the reasons why I have selected this topic, and I have tried to present some literacy material with regard to definition, where definitions were different from each other, and it did not make much clear in spite of the those persons who are well known in the field of homeopathy, but they have different opinion. Also, we have presented the critics on the miasm by stalwarts of world stalwart, and that also were different from each other. So it is sure that the picture of miasm is not yet clear. And after studying my Ayurveda, I made more study and comparative study between the philosophy, especially the miasms of homeopathy and miasms of Ayurveda. I could find that there is some correlations, and miasm presented by Hahnemann has some print of the Ayurveda. I don't say it is wrong, but it is some print. So I went and compared, and I could find that there is some background, with the purpose of not to criticize, but with the purpose that why not to make use of it. And in addition to this, let me inform all of you my gentlemen, that when
Sir,
homeopathy was introduced in the India, Government of India has made a committee. That committee consisted of 3 persons, 2 were the Britishers and 1 was Indian. And what they have given opinion about how to, should I close it from here? Okay. They have given very clearly that it is on the record in the Stuttgart library that since these are the research paper, everything cannot be remembered and explained, but here I am representing the quotations from the reports put forth by the committee before commissioning homeopathy in India, and archival contents from the Bibliotheca Stuttgart, means it is lying in the Stuttgart library, and a person, Robert Bosch, Robert Jute, he has collected all these and he has represented it, and I have withdrawn it from the Stuttgart library online, where Walter Leifer was one of them, and he in India claiming that homeopathy is related to Ayurveda. See, it is a recent. In his opinion, homeopathy assimilated elements from the Ayurveda and Unani. It is in black and white. He also described attempts to classify homeopathy in Hindu philosophy, and with that, homeopathy harmonized with Ayurveda. How can I put it here? Okay. And are you able to see and listen, sir? Then next person was the Rudolph, yes, who assumed that homeopathy was able to establish in itself in India because of its similarity to Ayurveda. And third person was a Bhardwaj, Indian. In Bhardwaj's thesis he said that neutralization and harmonization of homeopathy with Ayurveda was there, so it could survive in India. Why it could survive? Because of this. So these are the statements. Now, next topic where we have discussed was when I presented, I have given some material where the homeopathy was falling in line with the Ayurveda, and there was a flow chart and there was a comparative materia medica comparison where 6 or 7 metals like aurum, arsenic, and copper. There are 6 or 7 material compared, and also some materials prepared from the animal, wherein Ayurveda and homeopathy were presented, and with the link for further information. Again, we have presented humors, a table of the humors, where they were almost falling a line in almost all the countries, and in India also there is one author whose book is not available in libraries. It is captured by the Amazon, and he has written a good article on the humors of homeopathy. Same way, Dr. Hahnemann has used humor word 3 to 4 times in his chronic disease, and I have quoted that with page number. Thirdly, I presented a figure where there was hardly renaissance of the medical atmosphere in European countries, which was migrated from Baghdad. And that is the center of the translation was there. House of Wisdom. The name of the center was House of Wisdom, where all over world books were brought in and translated, added, commented. But that time there was one Muslim, it was the Muslim era, golden era of Muslim in literacy. Then Avicenna, Ibn Sina, his nickname was Avicenna, he has produced the medicine, a book on the medicine, and that book was taken granted as a syllabus book in almost all the universities. So that book contained the translation of Indian material. So there was a source. I am trying to put up a source. Thirdly, one Dr. Bhattacharya written a book, and that book also was commented and presented to you, where he has almost proved that homeopathy and Ayurveda are having similar philosophy. That is the philosophy of Vat, Pitta, Kapha, and philosophy of Sura, Syphilis, Psychosis. Once we talk, we have to give some proof. So I have given a proof of almost 12 sections, where in the 12 sections like head, mind, sleep, characteristic, abdomen, and dreams, and general diseases, 12 sections were presented with almost 250 symptoms with reference of book and the page number. So it is convincing that there is something. I have not taken the plant material still. It is under study, and after a few months, I will also present the same comparison for consideration. Now, here onwards, I will explain you, and I am requesting all of you, all the spectators, to try to take interest in this presentation, because this has got a lot of weightage, and if somebody who is related to the government can be convinced that there is something really interesting, where someone should come up and try to consider this topic. In future, there can be a combined therapy called homeotherapy. Because we are missing something, Ayurveda is missing something. If both the factors are joined together, there can be something very strong. I have given one slogan. There is no master system, but there are masters in each system. If those masters are joined together, there can be an immortal therapeutic system. So here, please consider this. I have taken a lot of pain to present this. Ayurveda and homeopathy, the theme is similar. Who causes, that cures. And life we treated by life, later on it became a who causes, that cures. The causative substance and curative substance both are used as drugs in medical treatment. It was mentioned in Charak Sahita and Susut Sahita in chapter 1, Shloka 48. And second is, Ibn Sina has given one nice indication which is considered in homeopathy, like or when we are using the herbal drug for asthma, in the mother tincture or in the potency. So here he has told, a stone formed in the urinary bladder, if prepared as a medicine, means it is crushed and prepared a liquid, and that liquid is given to drink to a patient, will dissolve the bladder stone. Means it is available in experimental medicine 1,000 years ago, and it is written by Abdel Halim. Secondly, Visham Pran Haram Prokta Yukti Yuktam Rasayanam. when a poison is treated properly, which may be fatal, but when it is neutralized, when used judiciously, it can act as a very good drug. That is written in Ayurveda. Now, there are some 5 elements, Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal and Prithvi. But here in homeopathy, Dr. Hahnemann has not mentioned all these 3, all these 5, but the doshas, which are considered to be 3 doshas, that is Vat, Pitta, Kapha. Same way in homeopathy, Sora, syphilis, psychosis. Previously I told, and one of our stalwart also has indicated that Dr. Hahnemann, who prevented Dr. Hahnemann to make 2 miasm or 4 miasms or 6 miasms? Why 3? And all the 3 are almost matching. I have shown you in the table. Now, my request to all the listeners since long, and I am repeating again today by folded hand, that the word syphilis and psychosis should be removed from Indian homeopathy and it should be replaced by a miasm of destruction or miasm of energy and miasm of growth or miasm of overgrowth, whichever is like. Because they are the obnoxious and word. When a person is proved syphilitic, suffering from syphilitic miasm, it carries, according to philosophy, it takes him back to the pollution. He must have committed a pollution. That can never be possible. There are many other routes for suffering to suffer from the syphilitic miasm. Now, tubercular is half miasm and both the side it is half miasm. Sora is compared with the Vat, where both have affinity to ectoderm. In Ayurveda, it is called Vata Nadi, means nerve system. In homeopathy also, the skin and nervous systems are more affiliated to the Sora suffering. And it involves more to the ectodermal derivatives as embryological relation. Same way, Pitta is the destructive miasm, here also syphilitic destructive miasm, and both have mesodermal derivatives, affections or attraction. Means they involve or they catch the organs which are developed from mesoderm or entoderm. It is not sure, but some relation is there. Secondly, same way kapha and the psychosis, both are having similar nature, that is growth and overgrowth. But here in Ayurveda, please remember that when the triamiasms are harmonious, they enhance the life, they propagate the life, they propagate the human body, tissues and all. When they are disturbed, then they are named as not dosha, they are named as a guna when they are harmonious. When they are disturbed, they are called as a dosha. Dosha means fault. And here also in homeopathic philosophy, fault word is used number of times. Now there are sentences which are available in homeopathy. The existence of syphilis and psychosis depend upon the sura. Here in the Ayurveda also, Pitta and Kapha depends on the Vat. Means Vat is prime. And Vat and Sora have got almost many symptoms similar to each other. Now total there are mixture of the miasms. Here in Ayurveda 7. In homeopathy also it is 7. Now Ayurveda started with the Asav, Arist and Fonts, means liquid. Homeopathy also started with mother tincture. But let me inform that homeopathy does not have the material and Ayurveda has got material, matter in the liquids. No. There was another system that is called the Dravida system, which was prevalent in South India, especially in Madras, and it is said that the Ravana has narrated this to Mandodari and it prevailed in the South India. And that is called the ERK system. In ERK system, absolutely there is no material. It is only a pure liquid, like homeopathy, pure alcohol. Now, Churan word includes triturated or trituration. In word, the Churan word is hidden, and both the system trituration is available. We are also, there are two systems. One is the liquid mother teacher system and another is the trituration system. In Ayurveda also, liquid are called asavarish and fans, and solids initially were used in the form of trituration. Now, later on, the tablets and all have started, but only the churn were used. Then, trituration and potentizers were preferred modes of the drug preparations. Trituration and potentizations are the core. Only the mode of the drug preparation in the initial stage. Now, Dr. Hahnemann has referred in his philosophy somewhere during the initial stage, and he has advocated that even the 1000 potency, even 30 or 200 potency liquid, if olfaction is done, means smell is taken, then also it will affect. Whereas in Ayurveda, inhalation was prevailing. One of the method of giving the drug or the therapeutic method of 25 varieties were used in Ayurveda. One of that inhalation. Then what is prime? In both the system, even Dr. Hahnemann has started his theory from natural disease or nature. Word nature was used maximum, and that is described by D.D. Banerjee. That he has pointed out that Dr. Hahnemann was much interested in nature. Same way, Ayurvedic system also believes more in nature, and another branch has developed, that is naturopathy. And in Hippocrates also has once noted that when a nature starts working, do not give medicine, leave it to the nature. That is the advocation. Now, another advocation is the Ayurvedic purified poisonous drugs are, though they are poisonous, but when they are used as a drug, they act very fast. Normally, it is said that Ayurveda is for chronic disease. As in homeopathy also, maximum opinion prevails that it is something like Ayurveda and it is for chronic disease, and Dr. Hahnemann has given the label to his book, that is chronic diseases. So, it is not so. In homeopathy also, belladonna, serpentina, eucalyptus, aconite and strychnine also act very quickly, as aconite and arsenic acts in Ayurveda. Because Ayurveda is not simply a therapeutic of Churan. Ayurveda also has the potentization method, and it potentizes the gold up to 100 and abrak up to 1000 potency, silver up to 200 potency. And it is available in Rasayana Vignan. So it is not so that we are the only pioneer of, or homeopathy is pioneer of potentization. But problem is they did not go further. Wherever they were, they stayed there, and homeopathy has started progress. Now classification of disease is almost same. Now antidotes. In homeopathic mathematica, every drug has antidote. We have seen, we know that proving a drug takes very long days, very long time, very long period, and antidoting the same drug may take more period. Then there is no proof about who has proved antidotes and from where the information has come about the antidote. But let me give you a small clue that Avicenna, who has written the canon of medicine, which was famous all over the world. Here it was written in 5 parts, and 5th part is titled as a antidotarum, maybe a source of antidote. And there are many other Materia Medica which I have referred. And one of the Materia Medica is Materia Medica by Levish. He also has mentioned at many times that this drug can be antidoted by, but there is no proof about it is proved drug for antidote. And whenever we talk about any drug action, it should have been proved. As the temperament is concerned, in both the system, temperaments is similar. Who has given to whom and who has withdrawn from where is not known. But when I have prepared a chart or a table where philosophy of almost 5 or 6 countries, medical philosophy of 6 countries, where temperament is concerned, they are almost similar and there is no addition, no subtraction. Whereas in homeopathy, there is one additional temperament, that is nervous temperament, but it is a byproduct of one of the temperament, something like in between. So it is not considered much. And there is one person only in Mangalore, Dr. Joseph or somebody, who has done a PhD on temperaments. The humor, elements and temperament, these are the trio of understanding philosophy of Ayurveda. If we want to try to apply it to the homeopathy, then somebody will ask, where is the humor? No, humor word was used by Hahnemann. At many places, I have given 3 references. Whereas in Ayurveda, humor was misnomer. Sometimes the constitution is used, sometimes this basic miasm are entitled as a humor, and sometimes black bile, yellow bile, blood and are considered to be a humor. So their humor is not much clear, but ultimately they have accepted. And they have given the symptomatology of all the humors very clearly. And stages of the disease, homeopathy is lacking in this. If the philosophy includes this or migrate this understanding of the disease stage, I think medicine also can be isolated for the same thing, and it will be very convenient to prescribe, because sulfur is acting on so many diseases, but it has not been mentioned much about in what stage. Whereas in Ayurveda, it is clearly mentioned in the drug as well as in the disease. So disease is classified, and finally the disease which is fully, and also it has been mentioned that full-fledged disease, if it is not treated, then it may take the toll of life. Propagation of the disease means how it develops in our body. There they say it goes either up, abhay, ubhay, then down means nimna, and diagonal means tiryak. Whereas in herring also almost similar philosophy is used, but it needs a further discussion. I am just putting in front of you. Constitution is concerned, see how close similarity. Vatas means gas, pittas means liquid, and kaphas means solid. Now somebody will object, pittas means liquid. No, pit is more concerned to blood. Same way when we talk about our homeopathic constitution, hydrogenized means liquid, oxygenate means gaseous, and carbonitrogenate means solid. That is what we perceive. Suppression, word is used many a place or almost every time in his philosophy. I think 100, thousands of times suppression word is used. And every aphorism, it may be also available. And Ayurveda also, suppression is used, and suppression has been divided in 10 or 12 areas, and symptomatology is given, and correct rectification also is given, and drug disease picture also is given. Here, each Sancre and gonorrheal. This is very, very bad. I don't think it is legitimate or it should be like this. Because whenever we talk about suppression, can everybody be suppressed by gonorrhea? Everyone was suffering. One who is proved to be a gonorrheal or psychotic, or one who is proved to be a syphilitic, was he suffering from debauchery? He was doing debauchery and he has entered into polluted sex? No, this is wrong. And that's why the stalwart did not agree. And in India, this should not work. The government should take some steps to change the names. Pharmacy was not an independent subject in Ayurveda. And mathematics also was not independent. Both the subjects were incorporated in philosophy. Same way, Hahnemann also developed the pharmacy and mathematica after the philosophy. Philosophy was the base. In homeopathy, when we talk about Sura, we go back and talk about some obnoxious material or some microorganism or something like that. Who is responsible for Sura? At the same time, in Ayurveda, thousands years before, they have termed the causative factor a Jantu. Jantu in English, it is called, we can call it a microorganism. And when we talk about the microorganism, you take first and second letter, in between another letter A, and last two letter, means first two letter, last two letter, and from center A is selected, it denotes the miasm. So miasm is hidden in the microorganism. Now physical character, Vata is areas, Pitta is liquid and Kapha is solid. Same way Sora is areas, syphilis is liquid. Why? Because most of the diseases are related or referring to either the blood or the gallbladder. Okay? And susceptibility, there is nothing like susceptibility word used in Ayurveda because susceptibility is considered to be a Prakruti. And Prakruti is a very vast subject. We cannot talk about Prakruti here. In nutshell, it is a type of susceptibility or immunity. Both are interconnected. But immunity word is used in Ayurveda, specially referred in Charak Sahita, Part 3, Sloka 142, Susrut Chikitsa, Chapter 18, Sloka 3, and Susrut Sutra Part 15. So likewise, it is available about immunity. Now, immunity in homeopathy is considered to be vital force. Same way, immunity also can be considered in Ayurveda. And there are so much material available. Now I will go for quality of physicians. Both the science have described almost similar. There are similarity in the description of why we cannot read out at this stage, but you can see. And I have given one link, two links are there, which can be opened and seen. If somebody is interested, he can ask, give me the this one, my mobile number, WhatsApp number is there. I will definitely send all this material without hitch if ready to present to Government of India. After me, this science or this specification will get extinct as it happened with many persons in past. Mathematica, when I have already told, I have compared many metals and chemicals and bones and parts of animal. There is a special chapter. It can be referred through this. And why should we use? Why should there be a similarity of suffering? We are also using snake venom. They are also using snake venom. We are using the leeches. They are using leeches. Diet. Now, about diet, the introduction was very late. We never thought, nobody has put any question that addition 1, addition 2 and addition 3, I don't think there is any reference of diet. In addition 4, I have the copy. I have translated few pages. Not only in index, I could refer that diet was included in edition 4 and more information was given in edition 5. In Ayurveda, there was a tradition when this allopathy was not developed much in India. They used to go to the even doctor or a Vaidya. Even allopathic doctor, they were going for medication. They were in the last asking to doctor, sir, what type of diet I should take or should not take, please let me know. That was a custom every time, and doctor were not able to, allopathic doctor were not able to guide properly because it was not included in their syllabus. But Hippocrates said that diet is food is a medicine. So disease starts from the kitchen. Almost all the disease starts from kitchen and they are rectified in the kitchen. That's why dietary restrictions carries a lot of importance, which I have seen in my practice, and people are satisfied with that. So we must give more pressure on the diet also, not dietitian. First, let them know theoretically. Now, case taking is similar, 5 to 6 pages, and in varieties of almost fragmentation of case taking is similar with regard to various aspects of the one complaint. Panch Mahabhut means 5 elements. No, we did not, homeopathy did not have much importance, but I will show you one chart at the last. Same way, placebo effect. It is a controversial matter, and Dr. Jute has given one, Robert Jute has placed one article which I have collected, but I could not include the link for that. But still it is in a hazy picture that whether homeopathy is placebo or but let me see, there is one indications of Hippocrates also has mentioned at one place, it will come further, but that even if your patient has trust in the physician, and if the physician gives no medicine or some light placebo, patient will start recovering. That is mentioned by Hippocrates. So let me see, vital force. Here in Ayurveda, Dr. Avicenna has mentioned in 3 parts: vital spirit, psychic spirit, and natural spirit. And here in homeopathy, Dr. Hahnemann has given so many labels, it is not possible to read out them. But every time I don't know how to conceive, how to receive it. Drug experiment. Dr. Hahnemann has said that he has experimented drug and proved it, or drug proving. If someone says it is his intellectual property, no. Drug experiment was going on 1,000 years before. And just 10 to 15 years before, Dr. Lewis William has prepared almost all the drug either into benzene, into rectified spirit, into alcohol, and dispensed. And that materia medica also needs to be looked at, considered. I think even Dr. Hahnemann, because he was a British person, and his materia medica was translated in Latin and Germany. When Dr. Hahnemann came in market for developing homeopathy, that time that materia medica was prevalent in that area. So can be a source of. And here you can see the topics which are included in aphorism from 121 to 141. Same material or same matter is mentioned by Avicenna, who has copied the drug proving from Hippocrates. And almost They are corresponding with each other. There are some differences because of language, because of emittance, because of treaties, because of comments from partners and all. But drug proving was going on human being 1,000 years before. Doctrine of many mono and simple, it is more used in Ayurveda. Doctrine, the new infection, this I am referring the paragraph by Dr. Hahnemann, page 118. Hahnemann Chronic Disease book, page 118. So here also he has some references of mini, mono and simple. And Hippocrates has said that if one drug is acting or one drug is given and if it is acting, do not use multiple drugs. That is the instruction or the suggestions given by him. So we are talking about the book Organon of Medicine. But why he has given a title Organon of Medicine? Nobody, we have not never thought of. Organon means ang. In Hindi it is called ang. And at the same time in Ayurveda there was prevalent, Ashtanga. Means Ayurveda has divided in 8 parts. Here he has divided in multiple parts. Let me comment one thing, whether you all like, everyone may like or may not like. To develop any science, medical science, thousands of people joined together, thousands of experiments conducted, and years together, labor is done. Then a science, medical science can be proved. Here, only one person who has written a book, Organon edition 1, and he has added and removed and made edition 2, then again subtracted and edited, and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Only one person. Why? What was the source of removal and addition? That we never thought. Like introduction of mesmerism, introduction of past, then introduction of some clothes pouring. That time also some numerology and the witchcraft and everything was active that time. Every street, this type of people were available. Now, secondly, patient as a whole. इसमें I have written in Hindi, very beautiful proverb is there. जो रोगी के आत्मा में प्रवेश नहीं करता, वह चिकित्सा में सफल नहीं होता. B.K. Dwivedi has written, and it is referred from previous main books. Same way, concept of the empirical Hippocratic school, each patient must be treated. I have referred here Hippocrates. Each patient must be treated individually, and his emphasis on hygiene and diet reflected. He was much believing in hygiene. Now, law of cure. We'll take up law of cure, Herring's law, and law of cure of Tridosha almost are similar. The science of Tridosha, that 3 cosmic elements, has convincingly indicated that Tridosha system fully embraces Herring's doctrine of law of direction of cure. See, in Ayurveda, there is a reference of Herring's law. Means people are also taking something, reading also homeopathy and taking to their science. Who is prime? Dr. Hahnemann had no other alternative than to depend on the idea of Hippocrates. That is, Dr. D.D. Banerjee has mentioned in his book, page number 11. Whereas in Ayurveda, the Hippocrates has mentioned the nature as a prime. Now here, once we have talked about this, or suppose somebody agrees, okay, forget about the characteristic given by Dr. Hahnemann, you give your characteristic. Then we have a table. You can see this table. If this table is considered for a while by discussion, I am not telling everyone should follow it, but there are symptoms which are related to psoriasis and psychosis with regard to qualities and with regard to mind affections, with regard to self-control, and with regard many section, how you conceive right and wrong, mind affections, good and bad, then so affecting the society, emotions, basic quality of self, all these sense and motor organs, sex instinct, money, with regard to money, lack and fortune, lifespan. Let us take it, friends, number of friends. Very nicely, somebody has narrated, I am representative. And I feel that this also should be taken into consideration. Sometimes it needs to be observed that if whether these points are correct, then how you come to conclusion about the miasm. Okay. Now some body parts are also taken into consideration about psoriasis, psychosis, and I have seen especially the skin and hairs and joints and all in my practice. But I request someone who is authentic or authoritative that somebody should take interest in at least as a small trial. Something must be, some action must be taken. Now, at a last, why I am convinced everyone can have a look at this. See, five elements. No Indian can deny that whole of the world, not only world, the space is constituted from sky, air, sun, water, and earth. Is there anything else out of other than this? If we consider that psoriasis, psychosis are the basic miasms, so psora is derived from sky and air. Syphilis is derived from sun and water. One thing, sun is hot, water is indicative discharge. Whereas air, restlessness. There are all the characteristics are matching with the air of psora. Whereas water and earth joined together form the psychosis. Now, Sapta Dhatu theory, if it is taught slightly to the homeopath, I think they will be more convincing. These three systems, when they are correct, means they are healthy. Psoriasis, psychosis are the healthy or the guna. They are the gunas. Then they will affect plant, animal, and mineral, which will ultimately affect male and female. Male produces the sperm. In between, I will interrupt that it carries there are references by Stalwart that whoever is predominating, every cell contains Sura, syphilis, psychosis or the Vat, Pitta, Kapha. And one is dominant, two are suppressed. So here male and female sperm and ovum, which carries the impression as per the active ingredient of the psoriasis psychosis or which entered into the plant, animal and mineral kingdom. So plant, animal and mineral also should be referred with the miasms. That was a demand from one of the very known personality. And we have not come to that stage. Then only similia similibus curantur can be made justified. So fertilization takes place, embryo develops. When embryo it is converted into fetus, he receives from mother. When he is born as a child, he receives from mother as well as from these three sources: animal, plant, and mineral. When he is adult, he receives from both the sources. Mother feeding is stopped. So whoever is predominant in this also, not only he is embryological, but also from the plant mineral, and he is based to be sorasyphilitic, psycholytic. Likewise, we should consider not by way of whether he has suffered from syphilis or he has committed polluted sex or whether he has suffered from gonorrhea. Please listen and accept it. Then there will be a new, very clear concept of the homeopathic philosophy will develop. In old age, when he becomes old and dies, he's we are telling in Hindi or in India, वो मर गया, पंच महाभूत में विलीन हो गया. Means you can see here, his ashes goes back to sky, air, and sun accordingly. And this is the end of my part 2.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank
Sir?
you very much, sir. It's really an exciting and interesting and a very scientific presentation from you. We really applaud your presentation in a with 100% congratulations to you, sir. But there are certain things you mentioned in this presentation as very, very interesting. But you want to the homeopathic fraternity to change the some of the words used for our fellows. But unfortunately, it is not possible, sir. But if we trying to ask the others to change these things, then what is going to happen is that they will stop homeopathy itself. So better, it is what we have to do is that the terminology is not to be corrected. As you pointed, for example, psychosis, syphilis, all, but it does not. Hahnemann never meant that it is only meant for this syphilis only, but it has a wider perspectives, and we need to look into that. What I would like to add that what all other things you told here are absolutely necessary, and we can communicate, we can connect the homeopathy with Ayurveda also. But the most important point is that we as all of us know that homeopathy is a science, and it stands with our philosophy, and where we have to homeopathy people, we are our principles are standing and are the on the foundation stones. As you all know that the philosophy, there are our law of similars, law of vital force, and the MIASM theories. All these things comprises of what is homeopathy is all about. Then we need to stand together. And as you pointed, the other point is that there is the mineral content in Ayurvedic medicine, but in homeopathy, we need not to prove the world that there is medicine in it. There is a element in it, because homeopathy is acting as far as the disease is concerned, is a derangement in the vital force is called disease, and we are using a force in the same intensity with the higher force. That is what we do with our homeopathic medicine, and it does not mean that it should contain the same medicinal part in it. But frankly, it is the power inside, that the dynamic force that derives from this medicine with a higher force and remove the disease. So there is no need of proving that homeopathy medicine also contain this much of medicine in it. But of course, by using the latest technology, nanotechnology, we can prove the world that there is a possibility of homeopathic medicine in all these sessions. But the cure is what we need to give to the patient, and that we are giving also. What's your opinion on all these things, sir?
Mute. Huh?
Yes,
sir. We can have a question answer.
Yes, sir. But that's the first question was that. What's your opinion on that? What I told? Have you heard or not? The thing is that we as homeopaths need not to prove the world that there is a material content in our medicine, because our philosophy is that a derangement in the vital force is the reason for the disorder. So what we use is a medicine which have more dynamic power than the disease itself. So the dynamic power is an invisible one. That really clears the vital force. As you know, that the vital force is also an unknown factor. You cannot see the vital principle in our body or vital force in our body. So what's your opinion on that? Whether we have to prove and show the world that our medicine contains this much of medicine in it? I think sir was not able to understood my. You are not able. Oh.
You are asking a question to me, sir, or
Yes,
you are
sir.
just
I
giving
was
the
just
information?
asking you, sir. What's your opinion on that? Whether we have to prove the world in that way or not?
No, I have no question. I have put my doubts on material or my knowledge or my ideas to the public, to the authorities. If something is there interesting or something is there to be done, someone can take it, because I am tired. I have already gone number of time to directorate office and the Delhi visit and all, and many places I have projected. But still, everywhere problem is that we are not Ayurveda. When I talk to Ayurveda, he says I am not a homeopath. So the things, if some committee is formed, and because the Ayurvedic people have made arranged for one national seminar on MIASM. They have discussed a lot, but finally at the end of the meeting, they have summarized that whatever he has been talked about our ancestors, about the Vat, Pith and Kapha, it is the solid and there is nothing to be changed. It is immortal, and they have concluded the meeting. That till today nobody has made any change into the presentation.
Okay,
Whereas
sir.
our homeopathy, Vat, Pith, psoriasis, psychosis, I told you in between also once that word should be removed. They are the nastiest word, two words, and
That's why I.
it is. See, I have presented now whatever the listener or whatever the authority would like it. Everyone has got his idea to present. That is for what I speak to public.
Yes, sir. That's a
So
very good matter. Anyway,
see, I may be any more after few years.
Yes, sir.
But
You
there are
can.
so many things have been lost.
Yes,
दाखला मैं बताऊं आपको. I will tell you. India had so many people who converted mercury into the gold. There were 30 such experts. They were not either taken care, or they also did not teach to anybody because nobody has taken care, and they are now lost. I
yes,
had
sir.
contacted one Vaida who taught me halfway way, but he died. So
Yes, sir,
that art is
definitely.
now distinct
Definitely,
from
sir. We will collect all the documents from you, and we will try to uplift homeopathy along with the Ayurvedic system, and how we will try to form a committee for all
This
these
is my last
people.
presentation on the Ayurveda and homeopathic comparison, and I request somebody who can put it up. I will feed up the matter and material, whatever
Yes,
you
sir.
require
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
from back side.
We will try to collect all those things from you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir,
And,
for giving me chance.
sir,
Still,
please
my
wait, sir.
session on Hindi is pending. Date is given, I don't know exactly, but
Sir,
July.
sir, please wait, sir. Now it is the time for wind up the session. I invite Dr. Ramparesh, sir, to say.
Yes, sir, speak.
Thank you, Dr. Ganesh, sir. And
Obliged.
congratulations, Dr. R.A. Patel, sir.
I
प्रणाम.
am obliged,
सभी को प्रणाम. Very nice, excellent session. Main cause of disease according to law of Ayurvedic science by picked up. According to law of homeopathic science by जो है सोरा सिपली psychotic. But medicine is a different. Effect is a different. Homeopathic deals is a dynamic medicine and vital force. Ayurvedic deals digestion to dynamic. Dynamic to या जो है पैथोलॉजी. तो very nice, excellent session, sir. Very thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Behalf
Thank
of
you.
IFPH, very thanks. Again presentation. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We some Ayurveda and some homeopathy should sit together in one room and discuss physically to realize it.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We will try to arrange such a thing in the future, sir. Definitely, we can try, sir.
Very beautiful describe Ayurvedic and homeopathy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ramparesh, sir. And thank you, Dr. Patel, sir, for such an excellent session. And you have used much time as well as your energy for bringing such a wonderful system, uniting with Ayurveda to uplift the people's future health. Thank you once again to all those who attended the session also. Thank you once again, sir.
Okay, bye, sir. Obliged.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye.
बहुत अच्छा.
Tomorrow we will have a session from Dr. Nanda Kumar, an international faculty once again, and he will be presenting a session on management of pathological advanced pathological cases with homeopathy, and he will be exploring his protocols for such a treatment. So hope all of you will be there, and with that, we come to the end of the session, day 1375. It is over to Dr. P. Shaila to moderate the Malayalam session. Thank you all. Good night.